Imagine for a second, right, that you're running a marathon.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, stay with me here. So you've trained for months, you put in all these grueling miles, your legs are completely burning.
Right, you're exhausted. Yeah.
Exactly. But you finally see the finish line. Like the crowd is cheering, the ribbon is right there. And in the last 10 feet, you just completely trip over your own shoelaces and faceplant right before the end.
Ouch. Yeah, that is a uniquely terrible kind of pain.
It really is. And the crazy thing is, that entirely preventable disaster, that is exactly what thousands of local businesses are doing with their online reviews every single day.
Yeah, it's true. It's happening constantly.
So in today's deep dive, we're looking at this fascinating stack of source documents from the Shop Local channel, and we're going to try and fix this massive flaw in how local businesses operate online.
Which is so needed because it's this blind spot that is silently costing them customers right at the absolute finish line.
Exactly. So whether you own a business yourself or maybe you run marketing campaigns or even if you're just, fascinated by the quirks of consumer psychology,
How a few lines of code can literally change human behavior.
right. We're going to unpack this incredibly clever thing called the website trust system that's basically designed to stop this bleeding.
Because when you think about it, the amount of money, time, and just like sheer effort a local business puts into getting a single potential customer to visit their website,
Yeah.
it's staggering.
Oh, yeah. They're paying for local SEO, they're running Google ads.
They're wrapping their trucks in vinyl. I mean, they do so much to successfully get a prospect onto the site.
Mm.
So to lose them at the last possible second over a psychological misstep,
It's brutal.
it is. It's the ultimate silent killer of a business.
And what's wild is that the core message right at the top of these Shop Local channel documents, it completely flips conventional wisdom on its head.
It really does. Because, we're totally conditioned to think that if a business isn't converting its web traffic, they must just have a terrible reputation.
Right, like they must have a bunch of one-star reviews.
Exactly. But the sources argue that most of these businesses do not have a review problem at all. What they actually have is what they call a trust timing problem.
A trust timing problem. Okay, break that down for me.
So a trust timing problem happens when the actual quality of the business is totally disconnected from the user's experience in that crucial split-second moment of decision-making.
Okay.
Picture a business with an incredible reputation, right? They might have this giant wall of brilliant, glowing 5-star reviews sitting over on Google or on their Facebook page.
Yeah, they do great work. People love them.
Right. But the timing is fundamentally broken because when a visitor is actually on the business's website, at the exact precise moment, they're hovering their mouse over that book appointment button.
Or like picking up their phone to call for an estimate.
Exactly. In that exact moment, they don't see any of that proof.
Ah, so the proof exists out in the ether somewhere, but it's completely invisible in the actual room where the decision is happening.
Exactly. And because they don't see the proof right there in front of them, basic human nature kicks in. Risk aversion takes over.
Well, yeah, because consumers today are incredibly skeptical.
That's absolutely.
Yep.
They've been burned by bad contractors before or terrible service providers.
Right.
So the visitor leaves the website, they open a new tab to go search Google or Yelp or Facebook just to verify that this business is legitimate
Before they hand over their credit card.
or invite a stranger into their home. And the source documents have this very specific, ominous term for what happens the absolute second they open that new tab,
The trust leak.
the trust leak.
Yeah.
Which, wait, I have to push back on this for a second. So you're telling me that having a perfect 5-star rating on Google can actually hurt a business
Yes.
just because the customer has to leave the main website to go find it? That feels incredibly backward. I mean, the whole point of getting reviews on Google is so people see them.
I know, it does feel totally backward. Until you look at the mechanics of digital friction.
Okay, digital friction. Yeah. Consumer momentum is incredibly fragile. When that visitor was on the website, reading about the plumbing services or the roof repairs, they were in the zone.
Right, they were engaged.
They were incredibly close to taking action. But the sheer necessity of verifying that trust elsewhere introduced this massive speed bump.
Right.
They open a new tab, they type the business name into the search bar, and suddenly they are in a completely different, highly competitive environment.
Oh, they're suddenly swimming in shark-infested waters.
Worse than that, they're swimming in a distraction economy. The moment they hit a search engine, the very first thing they might see is a sponsored ad for a direct competitor.
Oh, man. Offering like a 10% discount or something?
Exactly. Or maybe they go to Facebook to check the business page, and instantly they see a notification from a family member.
Or a funny cat video in their feed.
Right. And the cognitive load just shifts entirely. They get overwhelmed, they get distracted, or they just figure, I'll look into it later, and they close the browser.
And the momentum is completely shattered.
That is the trust leak in action. They left the site with the full intention of verifying trust so they could hire the business, but the internet did what the internet does.
And they never came back.
Never came back.
Wow. So you do all the hard work, you bend over backward to earn that glowing 5-star review from a happy customer.
Yeah.
But because your next prospect has to go on this digital scavenger hunt just to find it, you lose the sale.
Exactly.
So logically, if the trust leak is caused by users physically leaving the digital environment of the website,
Right.
then the solution means we have to keep them trapped. Well, not trapped, but, we have to keep them on the site by bringing the trust directly to them.
Which brings us to the Shop Local Channel's specific intervention, which is the website trust system.
Right.
The goal here is to create what the documents call a trust layer over the existing website.
A trust layer.
Yeah, and it's a fascinating approach because of just how lightweight it is compared to how businesses normally try to fix these conversion issues.
Yeah, because it's not a completely new website. The business owner doesn't have to hire a developer for like $10,000 to do a massive ground-up redesign.
Thank goodness, no.
It's just a widget. It's called Review Pops.
Right, and from a purely technical standpoint, the documents note that this Review Pops widget code functions on virtually any website platform the business already uses.
Oh, that's great. So no weird domain restrictions.
No weird domain restrictions, no complicated approval processes to embed it. They actually recommend placing the code so it installs in the website footer.
Okay, the footer.
Yeah, which allows it to operate seamlessly over whatever digital real estate you currently own.
You know what it sounds like? It's like putting a checkout aisle right inside the fitting room of a clothing store.
Oh, I love that analogy.
Right. You've got the customer standing there, they've tried on the shirt, they look in the mirror, and they decide they like it.
Yeah.
Why make them walk all the way across the crowded mall, past 5 other clothing stores, just to pay? You bring the point of sale to the point of decision so you don't lose them on the walk.
Exactly. And the psychology of the Review Pops widget works exactly like that fitting room checkout. You're collapsing the distance between desire and action.
Right.
So, while the visitor is browsing the site, a small 5-star review pop subtly slides into view on the screen.
And it's not one of those giant, obnoxious pop-ups.
No,
Huh.
not at all. It doesn't block the text they're trying to read.
Yeah.
It's just enough visual movement to catch the eye and subconsciously signal to the brain, hey, other people have been here and other people trust us.
So the passive signal is doing a lot of heavy lifting.
Huge amount.
But then when the user actually clicks on that little pop, the widget expands into a larger window, right? And this is where the actual text of the customer's review lives.
Right. And it has left and right navigation arrows. So the user can actually scroll through a whole carousel of positive experiences.
That's huge. But I think the most critical detail the sources highlight is what's sitting right there inside the expanded window.
Yes.
The call to action button. Something really clear like call now or request an estimate.
The proximity of that button is the entire secret to the system.
Really?
Yeah. The system keeps the social proof visible exactly where the psychological barrier to entry is being dismantled.
Oh, wow.
The prospect reads the review, their anxiety drops, their confidence spikes.
And the button to take the next step is just staring them right in the face.
Right. They don't have to navigate back to a contact page. They don't have to memorize a phone number. It surgically removes the friction that causes the trust leak.
That is so smart.
And the documents also detail a very practical control mechanism.
Oh, the filtering.
Yeah. Businesses can filter out weaker or unwanted reviews if their specific account tier allows it.
Yeah.
So that guarantees that only their absolute best 5-star interactions are feeding into this trust layer.
Right. But, and this is a big, but slapping a widget on the homepage doesn't magically solve the problem if nobody actually uses the front door of the website anymore.
Oh, absolutely.
Because the source documents challenge this really outdated assumption about web traffic. We have this mental model of the internet where everyone types, joesplumbing.com into their browser.
Right, and lands on a beautiful homepage.
Exactly. Reads the About Us section and then politely clicks over to the services. But visitors rarely land directly on a homepage today.
Almost never. Search engines have entirely rewired the architecture of digital navigation. Google is basically a massive sorting machine that actively bypasses the homepage to give the user the most relevant answer as fast as possible.
Yeah, I mean, if I wake up at 2 a.m. and my basement is flooded, I'm not looking for a company's mission statement.
No, you're panicking.
I am typing emergency flooded basement water extraction into Google,
Right.
and the link I click is going to drop me onto a highly specific internal service page buried deep inside some restoration company's website.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Or maybe you land on a blog post they wrote 3 years ago about how to stop a leaking pipe.
Right. So if the vast majority of a local business's traffic is pouring in through these side doors and back windows,
Having a static testimonials page or a few reviews hard-coded onto the homepage is completely useless. The visitors deep inside the site never see them.
which is why the structure of the website trust system is so clever. The trust layer is omnipresent.
It's everywhere.
The visible review proof automatically appears across the entire website. It literally follows the user.
It places that critical trust signal as close to the decision point as possible, regardless of whether they entered through the homepage, a service page, or just some random blog post.
Now, the sources do explicitly state a major constraint here, though.
Oh, right, the ordering.
Yeah. Businesses cannot manually control the exact order of the reviews in the widget, and they cannot promise to show specific reviews on specific pages.
Right, there's a rotating pool.
All the widgets for a single business pull from the exact same visible, automatically rotating review set. So if I'm on a page specifically about a broken air conditioner, and the little pop-up shows me a glowing review about a furnace installation, doesn't that cause a disconnect?
You would think so.
Right. Like, does it really still work if the review isn't highly relevant to the specific problem I'm trying to solve?
It absolutely still works.
Yeah.
And the psychology behind why it works is fascinating.
Okay, tell me.
It really comes down to understanding what the consumer is actually seeking in that moment of panic or need.
Mm.
The primary issue isn't that a visitor needs a perfectly categorized thesis on air conditioners to believe you can fix theirs.
Right.
The issue is that they need immediate, visceral social proof that you aren't a scam artist.
Oh, I just need to know you're going to actually show up, do the work, and not rip them off.
Precisely that. Psychologists refer to this as the halo effect.
The halo effect.
Yeah. When a consumer sees a 5-star review for a furnace repair while they're desperately looking for an AC fix, the brain doesn't reject the review as irrelevant. Instead, the brain checks the most important box.
Yeah.
This is a trustworthy, competent company. That positive attribute, the trustworthiness, it just spills over and applies to the AC repair.
Wow.
So the core message, synthesized from the Shop Local channel documents, is that visible proof across any important page is infinitely better than hidden proof.
That makes total sense. And the target audiences explicitly highlighted in these documents are, plumbers, roofers, HVAC companies, dentists, chiropractors, local retailers.
Service-based businesses.
Exactly. These are businesses that depend entirely on trust before a booking. The mere presence of that dynamic 5-star rotating layer solves the timing problem, regardless of the specific service mentioned in the text.
Completely.
Okay, so we've plugged the leak on the website, we've captured the wandering traffic,
Yeah.
but the documents reveal the Review Pops widget is just the entry point into a much deeper ecosystem.
Oh, it goes so much further.
It really does. It's the beginning of a larger strategy to take this captured trust and basically amplify it across the rest of the business's entire footprint.
Right, the Shop Local channel operates this system on what they call a product ladder.
A product letter.
Yeah, it's a structured escalation of value. The journey starts with a low-friction front-end offer, a 14-day website trust trial.
Okay.
That gets the trust layer installed and instantly stops the bleeding. And that naturally transitions the business into the core website trust system with the widget.
Right.
But then it escalates aggressively. The system upsells the business to rep videos and culminates in a comprehensive reputation marketing system.
So moving from static text on a screen to actual multimedia content.
Exactly. Because written reviews are undeniably powerful.
Yeah.
But in the context of this system, they're treated as raw material.
Oh, I like that.
The documents outline how these strong text-based customer reviews can be transformed and basically weaponized.
Wow.
Yeah, they are converted into short, highly produced, Rep videos like 5-star review commercials, social proof graphics, assets for email follow-ups.
Even active tools for the sales team,
Yes.
which shifts the entire paradigm. I mean, the concept of reputation marketing is vastly different from what most local businesses do, which is reputation management.
Huge difference.
Right. Management is defensive. You ask for reviews, you monitor your Google page, you try to put out fires when someone leaves a one-star complaint.
It's totally passive.
Very passive. But reputation marketing is offensive. It's about taking the 5-star reviews you already fought tooth and nail to earn.
And forcing them to work across your entire sales system.
Yes, your social media feeds, your email newsletters, your sales follow-ups. The guiding philosophy in the documents is perfectly distilled into one key phrase. You already earned the reviews. Now let those reviews help convert the website visitors you already have.
It's brilliant. It shifts a local business owner from just crossing their fingers and hoping someone eventually stumbles across their good reputation.
To actively deploying their earned trust as a multifaceted marketing asset.
Exactly.
It's like recycling wasted energy. Think about the sheer effort it takes to earn a great review.
Oh, it's exhausting.
You have to answer the phone quickly, schedule the tech, show up on time, do flawless work, clean up the job site, charge a fair price.
And then successfully convince the customer to actually log into Google and write a paragraph about it, which is the hardest part.
It really is. So leaving that review sitting passively on a third-party site is like spending a fortune installing a state-of-the-art solar panel, but never bothering to plug it into your house.
Oh, that's a perfect way to look at it.
Right. You're generating all this incredible power, but you aren't using it to turn the lights on. Reputation marketing is finally running a wire from that solar panel into your emails, your video ads, and your website to power the whole operation.
Because when you turn a text review into a social proof graphic or a rep video,
Yeah.
you are exponentially multiplying its impact.
Right.
You're ensuring that no matter where the customer interacts with your brand, whether they're browsing your internal service pages or reading a follow-up email after an initial consultation.
Or just scrolling through their local Facebook feed.
Exactly. Your absolute best reputation is preceding you everywhere. The trust isn't just sitting on the website anymore. It's everywhere the prospect is making a micro decision.
But it all starts with getting that initial trust layer onto the website to stop the bleed.
Yes, that is step one.
This has been a wildly illuminating look into the mechanics of conversion. Let's trace the journey we took through these Shop Local channel documents.
Let's do it.
We started by dismantling the idea that businesses suffer from a lack of good reviews, realizing instead that the real enemy is the trust leak caused by atrocious timing.
Right, bad timing.
Great reviews hidden away on external sites actively hurt momentum when the customer is on your site, wallet in hand, ready to buy.
Because the cognitive friction of making a prospect leave your controlled digital environment to verify your legitimacy, that is what kills the sale.
Exactly. Then we explored how the website trust system solves this timing problem by deploying review pops.
Creating that protective layer.
Right, a layer of social proof that catches visitors on any page they might land on, completely neutralizing the fact that the homepage is no longer the front door.
Which is so crucial today.
And finally, we saw how that simple widget serves as the foundation for a full reputation marketing strategy, taking raw static reviews and transforming them into dynamic rep videos to power the company's entire marketing engine.
It's just a completely holistic approach to ensuring the hard work a business does in the physical world translates into actual revenue in the digital world.
So if this deep dive has you looking at your own website or your clients' websites in a completely different light, the sources actually outline a very specific entry point.
Oh, right, the trial.
Yeah, local businesses can request the 14-day website trust trial to set up this exact layer using the reviews they already have.
And remember, there's no redesign required. No tearing down your existing infrastructure.
Just add the widget key, filter your best reviews, and see if injecting trust at the point of decision helps you convert the traffic you're already paying to get.
It's an incredibly pragmatic way to test the system's effectiveness.
It really is.
But, if we pull back and look at the broader implications of everything we've dissected in these documents today,
Yeah.
it actually raises a much larger, almost philosophical question.
Okay, I love these. Lay it on me.
Well, we've spent this entire time analyzing how a business can weaponize its past successes to influence its future customers, right?
Right.
But think about what happens to a business's internal culture. When every single employee knows that their daily customer interactions aren't just going to fade away or sit on some forgotten Google page.
Oh, wow.
What happens to the customer service reps, the technicians, and the sales staff when they know their actual service is going to be actively topping up in the company website?
Flashing in front of every new visitor.
Exactly. And featured in high-quality marketing videos for the entire community to see. Does deploying a relentless trust system like this inadvertently force a company to actually become undeniably better at what they do?